Case summary by Deepak Miglani. V. Shri Ramchandra Avdhani versus Sheikh Abdul Rahim. This case deals with aspect of gift under Muslim law. This judgment of Supreme Court was delivered by two-judge bench comprising of Justice Jagdish Singh Kehar, Justice Rohinton Falli Nariman. This case deals with the aspect of gift under Muslim law. The basis of the principle of gift is the Prophet saying, "Exchange gifts among yourselves so that love may increase." Thus, gift is the exchange of property for which other party does not pay consideration. There are two parties required for the transfer, one person who transfers the property called as donor and the one who accepts the same by himself or by someone authorized on his behalf called donee. By means of this transfer, the donor renounces all his title and rights in the property gifted away of his independent free will. Facts of the case: Sheikh Hussain Banu Bibi was married to Sheikh Hussain according to Muslim personal laws. During the subsistence of their marriage, a gift deed, also known as hiba, was executed by Sheikh Hussain, whereby a tiled house with open space was gifted to Banu Bibi out of love and affection. Sheikh Hussain, the sole owner of the house, gifted it to her with the condition of no power of alienation, meaning thereby. After her death, the property will go to her offspring, and if she is issueless, it will come back either to Sheikh Hussain or to his legal heir. And Banu Bibi had the exclusive right to use and enjoy the property, but she had no right of selling the property. However, she sold it to V. Shri Ramchandra Avdhani, who was not a legal heir. After Banu Bibi's death, dispute arose as to who is the rightful owner. So the legal heir of Sheikh Hussain went to court for issuing the legal notice. In the notice, legal heir contended that Banu Bibi had no absolute right in the property that was gifted to her. Issues: whether the condition made by the donor that donee possesses only life interest over the gifted property is valid. Whether the transaction of property between plaintiff and Banu Bibi is valid. Conceptual understanding of gift. Gift, being an exchange of inter vivos and transfer of property, is generally governed by the Transfer of Property Act 1882. However, Chapter 7 of TPA, Transfer of Property Act, does not apply to Muslim gifts known as hiba. It has been held by the Patna High Court that the rules of Muslim law regarding gifts are based on reasonable classification, and Section 129 exempting Muslims from certain provisions of Transfer of Property Act 1882 is not hit by Article 14 of the Constitution. Under Muslim law, a person is allowed to lawfully make a gift of wool of his property to another during his lifetime. A hiba, or simple gift or disposition between living persons, literally means the donation of a thing from which the donee may derive benefit. Hidayat defines hiba in the following words: hiba is an unconditional transfer of ownership in an existing property made immediately and without any consideration. A gift under Muslim law is a voluntary, unconditional and immediate transfer by donor of certain specified existing property, movable or immovable, without consideration ewas and accepted by or on behalf of the donee when the spouse gifts the property. When their marital ties were active, then it becomes irrevocable. That is, after this transaction cannot be cancelled, regardless of whether the marriage is dissolved afterwards or becomes irregular. Decision: trial court in its decision relied on Nawazish Ali Khan versus Ali Raja Khan and stated that donor had gifted the corpus of the house and attached space to his wife and completed all essential elements to constitute a gift deed, but the condition of not disposing it of were declared to be void, because this was restraining the donee to exercise a full right and interest in the gifted property. The trial court concluded that the gift deed was valid and that the gifted property came to be irrevocably vested in the donee Banu Bibi. In appeal, the first appellate court merely interpreted the text of the gift deeds if the controversy was in the nature of a disputed question of fact, without appreciating the legal implications pertaining to gift, thereby overturning the trial court's judgment. In second appeal, the High Court too did not examine the nature and effect of the gift and affirmed the determination recorded by the first appellate court. Heirs of Shri Ramchandra appealed to the Supreme Court through SLP, wherein the court said that under Muslim law, a gift has to be unconditional, and if there is any condition attached to it, conditions expressed shall be treated as void. A conditional gift is valid, but conditions are void. Point to be noted, wherein the court said that under Muslim law, a gift has to be unconditional, and if there is any condition attached to it, conditions expressed shall be treated as void. A conditional gift is valid, but the conditions are void. Muslim law perceives the differentiation between the corpus and usufruct of the property. Corpus alludes to an adjustment in possession, while usufruct alludes to a change in the right to its use, enjoyment, etc. In a gift which thought about the exchange of the corpus, there is no doubt of such exchange being contingent, that is, the transfer is complete. Where an endowment of corpus tries to impose a limit in point of time, such as a limited interest, the condition is void. In like manner, every single other condition in gift of the corpus are impermissible. Conditions are anyway possible if the gift is only of a usufruct. Thusly, the gift of a usufruct can truly impose a limit. To decide whether the gift deed envisaged a transfer of corpus, the contents of the gift deed itself have to be examined. Firstly, the donor purchased the gifted property from its own earning, clearing any dispute about the title of the donor. Secondly, the word "we shall have no rights to cancel this conveyance" reveals the intention of the donor. Thirdly, the use of words "neither myself nor my successor shall raise any objection in respect of the conveyed property" extinguish not only donor's right but of his successor also. Fourthly, the gift deed records that after your lifetime, this property shall devolve upon your offspring. The thing to be noted is the use of your offspring and not our offspring in the deed, which means her children and not necessarily children with donor itself. Lastly, the declaration in the deed said municipal taxes shall be borne by the donee after transfer shows that the donee was to henceforth bear all liabilities of the gifted property as its owner. Case details. Please like the video, share the video and subscribe the YouTube channel. Thank you.